Good evening, my dear students. Today, just going to give you a kinds of impressions to all of you for asking a kinds of question because of the front office management job. I'd like to give you a kinds of impressions to as like the front office management job. So every students are sitting here. You have to ask the kinds of question and instantly I would like to give you kinds of answer. So Deepan is standing here. Camera's focus should be goes on Deepan, what's your query?
When, when you were younger, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Nice. When I was younger, I had a kind of tendency to speak English very fluently. So therefore, I saw that many of the students were, many of the participants talking very fluent English, but I could not able to speak the fluent English. So therefore, I tried a lot, so but I didn't get a kind of good, solid teacher in my life. So therefore, I taking the tears in my one eyes. I promise that one day surely I would develop my fluency. So therefore, right now I am still struggling and I achieve it. Thank you. Next question. Camera's lights should focus on Kumkum. Kumkum, stand up.
How did you enjoy
Look at the camera.
How did you enjoy your childhood days?
Okay. Childhood days really very golden memory was stuck. Golden memory. These are the golden days. So when I was a child, so I enjoyed those golden days with my friends, playing in different places. So I was very happy. I heard the story of from my grandfather, grandmother, and played with my brothers, sisters, and friends. Enjoyed different places because that time I didn't have any kinds of tension for earning and for maintaining of the family. So that time I was really very happy guy. Thank you. Next question. Sorry, this one. What's in there?
And
Excuse me, tell loudly.
what,
Loud.
what is your favorite?
My favorite is everything. Like you are my very favorite to me because I like my students also. You ask me that what's your favorite? My favorite is everything because the students who are sitting here, they are my very favorite. To whom my present think moment is my very favorite because I know I believe that if the present moment becomes the very favorite one, if I can able to deal with the present moment very correctly, then the future will not create any kinds of problem and I do not think for the past also. So you are my always favorite one and others also.
What is your that?
Okay, I will keep you in hand. Okay, I will give you the chance for second time. Pornika,
Hmm. Everyone,
look at the camera.
everyone memorize.
Memorize yes.
Everyone memorizes many things like stories, paragraphs, and they tells like
The tail.
they tell like they are they tell like the story. They tell like the book or the copy where they have read. So it is not that if there is a topic that what is your favorite hobby, then uh, in the book there is tell that your favorite hobby is gardening. So they tell that my favorite hobby is gardening, but their favorite hobby is not gardening. So what do you think, that it is good, or they have to create their own style paragraph?
Yes, and some very fantastic questions asked from Pornika. That what's exactly written on the book, they are bound to decide that it is their favorite hobby. That's an ethical kind of creation. But I hardly, ghastly dislike it. What's written on the book is pages of the books. You should have to avoid it. What your heart say? Look at thy heart and then write. Say the line. Look at thy heart and then write. What your heart says, you think about that. If your heart says that my favorite hobby is talking with the different kinds of people in English language. Obviously, it would be your hobby. You chop that kinds of hobby what's written on the pages of the books, like the gardening, because you don't feel any kinds of interest in the field of the gardening. In which of the field, hobby definition is quite different. In which of the field you are having some tremendous interest to execute that kinds of work, that is being considered as that's being defined as a hobby. So why do you choose that particular kinds of things what is written on the page of the books? Obviously, look at the heart and then write. So it's a very impressive question as that particular idea came to your mind. So I'm really very happy for your kinds of questions. I think that you got that kinds of answer. Thank you. Next, anybody who are having that question? Okay, please.
In which year you were complete your HS?
You completed your HS. Okay, she is very much interested to know about my HS completions year. Actually, that time you never born. You never born the my. I have already completed the HS in the year of 1996. Okay, that time you never born it. Okay, thank you. Next question. Sit down.
When you child, who is
When
your,
you are the child,
when you are the child, who is your best friend?
actually, friend is a kind of such a kinds of words which really suits me, because if I get a kind of accompany to share to lie down my weight of my burden, so I'll be very much happy. My friends were many, but among the many friends, I had I had one best friend. His best friend name was Manoj, but actually right now I didn't have any kinds of connections of that particular kinds of person. But I advise to everybody, friends is very much required for everybody, because to let down the burden of his life. Thank you. Be seated. Anybody having any kinds of question? Raise your finger. Raise your hands. Don't hesitate. Although, what's the question? Loudly, because distance is high.
Do you want to talk in English? And how do you learn English?
Look, in this world, there are different kinds of system. In this world, there are different kinds of language, like the English, Bengali, Hindi, Urdu, Telugu, Chinese, Japanese, etc. But among the varieties kinds of language, I would prefer obviously the English language, because English language is being considered as the international language. Many of the countries' mother tongue is English language, and many of the countries' regional language is the English language, and some of our countries, our second language is English language. So, what does it mean? What does it give the message to the each and every common people? If English language is learned by any of the particular persons very fluently, he doesn't have any kinds of problem. He can able to create a connection entire world, among the entire countries of the world. So many countries are found in our globe. If you know the English language, so you can able to connect the entire world. So English language is being considered as the world linking language. So therefore, my favorite language is English, and I love it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. I think you got the answer. What's your question?
Where do you
Excuse me. Ujan, you are taking the video for a long period of the time. So, if you have any kinds of question, so I can place you. So do you have any kinds of question?
Yes, I have.
Okay, after that I will place you. Okay.
where do you learn this English
Language.
language? But this one is your favorite language?
Yes. This little boy asked me a very beautiful question. That where do you learn that kinds of English language? Why you consider it is like your favorite language? Actually, I tried for a lot of in my childhood, because I did not get any kinds of solid teacher in my life. In what way I'm just teaching to you? I didn't get any kinds of very solid teacher. I learned the English language from my heart struggle. So therefore, English language obviously is my favorite language. Okay, Ujan, I'm giving you a kinds of place for your finishing question, that whatever you already asked to me, that if I get a kinds of jobs, dignified jobs from a professions of English learning, English language, so which things I would give the first preference of buying? That's your question, I think.
Yes.
Whatever things I would buy as a gift from my salary, not the huge amount of the thing. The things cost should not be huge, high. maybe whatever I think, maybe the trivial cost or maybe the very high cost, but whatever things I would buy from my first salary, that would be a complete dedication to my mother, because from my mother's blessing I am here. So I'll be happy enough to dedicate that particular kind of gift under the feet of my mom. Thank you. So I would like to finish that kind of class. So 10 minutes has already completed. So therefore, by that particular kind of example, I would like to make you mean one particular kind of thing, that you will come here and try to answer the questions when the different kinds of students who ask the questions without having any kinds of hesitations. You have to answer flawlessly, fluently, because English fluency is extremely required in everywhere. Thank you.